Yeah. Hello, it's me, Norm again, from mybeerquest.com. I'm still around. Hey, what do you know? Doing a video quarterly now, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Or not very, not as often as I would like to. Just, time is not. Don't have time to do these as much. But Paul, for my birthday, brought me back a very special beer from Las Vegas. His trip to Las Vegas last week, or
It was a week ago.
yeah.
About that.
And he went to a brewery where they don't bottle beer, so you only can get this in Las Vegas normally. But he, the way around taking it back is a growler. And
Yeah.
so we got a growler of Sin City. And someone actually last year, maybe it was 2 years ago, gave me a T-shirt from there. And so I've never been to the brewery, but now I'm able to try some of their beer, and I have a
Right.
T-shirt and a growler from there,
And you have some coasters
several
too.
coasters.
So
It's a,
you're well
a
represented here.
great design there. A devil girl. Uh,
Absolutely.
I guess where sinners go, Vegas.
That's why they call it Sin City. Exactly.
Yes.
Well, I had never heard of the word growler before because, as you know, I like to bring beers back for you,
Yeah.
and for me to try also. And she said, well, they don't. It's as far as I can tell, it's the only microbrewery in Las Vegas. Now there might be others, but I don't see them promoted nearly like Sin City does. Sin City's in 3 different places in Las Vegas:
Oh, wow.
Planet Hollywood, Mile Shops. It's also at the Venetian, and then it's also on the Strip on Vegas Boulevard. I think Harmon Corner. So that's the one I stumbled.
Sure,
Oh,
we got
okay.
that, but yeah, I kind of keep
So
an
anyway,
eye on it.
I stumbled into that one, no pun intended, and wanted to bring some beer back. And I'd known about Sin City, but they said they only have it in growlers. And I went, okay, well that's interesting. What is that? And you said you know about it from your dad. He had a particular way he described growlers. If memory
Yeah,
serves.
yeah, I've done growler videos before, but in case, actually one of the first videos I did was on growlers. But this story, I'm not sure how true it is because there's many different variations of why they call it a growler. Kind of like a green room in theater,
Yeah.
how that got that name. That
Right.
there's so many different variations of that. But this is what my dad told me that when he was younger, he used to go down to the pub for his dad,
Okay.
and his dad would say, "Go pick me up a growler or a bucket of suds." Is also another term they use, and because the growler was actually a bucket, he described much like a paint can that had a kind of a lid like a paint can, or he said sometimes it would have a cardboard lid, and when he was with it, it would make a growling noise, a gurgling, growling
Ah,
noise, and that's why the
hence,
name
okay.
growler came about. So,
Interesting. Well,
yeah,
I did a little research on that
yeah,
too, and
yeah,
what's fascinating, and you're right, it's just like Green Room has a lot of different definitions for how it got its name. Growler is all over the place.
yeah.
Um, Anything that growls, a person or thing that growls, also a pitcher or pail that contains, that a customer can take beer in. The British use it as say it's a wheeled horse-drawn carriage. It also has an electricity reference as well, magnetic device, something like that. It's also an iceberg large enough to be a navigational hazard. So that's all
Well,
over the place.
well, yeah, but it's adjective that became a noun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Well
so,
said. Right.
so if you're playing Mad Libs and you have an adjective or a noun, I don't know if growler would be
Yeah,
suitable for which
yeah.
one. But
It's a handsome cab, or it's also a derogatory term for a woman who is considered physically unattractive. So it
oh,
really covers all
yeah.
all areas here.
Well, she's a
Yeah,
I guess it depends on where you're at because that
yeah.
sounds more like maybe it's Australian or British term.
Well, there's definitely some regional slang,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
yeah.
I found the word in and of itself pretty fascinating, so
Cool.
I thought I'd mention that. And all I'll say is that what this is a Maybach, because
Okay.
your birthday's in May.
Yeah.
This is a seasonal beer, described to me as an amber on steroids, sort of a
Uh-huh.
malty hopped, unfiltered lager.
Ah, and that's a very popular beer at Gordon Biersch is their Maybach because it's theirs is high in alcohol. I'm not sure how high this one is.
I forget, but it's pretty potent.
All right.
So that should that's nice. You mentioned that too, because the owner of Sin City, his name is Richard Johnson. I think he was a protege of Gordon Biersch.
Oh.
So you can see a lot of connections here.
Yeah.
And I just want to say very quickly too, a shout out to Heather. She was the bartender at the one on the Strip, and she was very friendly. Let me sample all the different beers that they have there, and put this together for me. I want to say thank you, and definitely check out sincitybeer.com.
Cool. Yeah, if you're ever in Vegas,
Absolutely.
got the cap on there nice and tight.
Well,
It's a good thing because it's been in my fridge for the last week.
it was in my suitcase. Transport bag.
Okay, wait, tip the glass a little.
Okay, sure.
Thing about pouring growlers. Let's get some. Maybe we don't have to tip the glass.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about tipping because we do want to get a little bit of a head there.
Oh, right.
And this is typical with a growler, where sometimes you don't get as much of a head to it because it's not bottled the same way, unfortunately. But this one's pretty fortunate that you could bring back.
Sure.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that is you get like a smooth. It's
Smooth's the first word that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I agree. I was surprised.
It's I'm not sure if a Maybach is a lager or ale. I believe it's a lager.
Yeah, she said a multi-hopped, unfiltered lager.
Yes. So definitely get that lager refreshing finish to it.
Exactly. It's perfect for this kind of weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Works
Quite,
out very well.
quite a hot day today.
Yeah, didn't start out that way. It didn't start out that way, which is why I'm in 3 layers here now. But
Yeah.
it certainly is.
Yeah.
It's there is a little of the hop. You can taste a little hoppiness, but not much, and especially for West Coast beers. But I know this is more of an amber.
It's a German style beer.
Smooth, definitely smooth.
Yeah, I can see this being really going up way too fast.
Yeah.
Being too messed up, and probably a lot better at the brewery itself, I would imagine. Let's explain a little bit more about the brewery.
Well, I think 6 different beers there, and there's the light, there's the amber, there's the wheat beer, the Weiss. There's the IPA, of course, the stout, and then there's the seasonal, and in this case, I did sample them all. I tend to like the.
Yeah.
That had a little of the clove aroma to it. I know some are a little stronger than others when it comes to wheat. That was one thing I noticed.
Banana maybe too? Or?
I didn't taste any of that, but not that it wasn't in there, but I don't remember. But I just remember that it had a little bit of the little clove taste, a little hint of clove to it. It's what stood out to me there. But it's it's kind of fun, and I think that with one of the takeaways from my trip was that a lot of restaurants are cropping up there, well-known chefs, Gordon Ramsay to name one, and so it's becoming that destination for really good food now. Vegas is. And this is just another extension here. It's just one more. World brewery craze is really huge now, and Vegas is making a statement on it too.
Yeah, all the beers you mentioned, it's interesting because those were mostly German-style beers, which except for the IPA, which is a very trendy beer right now, and it has become more trendy since the microbrewery crew, actually more craft beer trend has picked up. So it's interesting that they're doing a IPA. So that'd be the one that I would want to try if I go there. Or hopefully they have 3 locations in Vegas, so hopefully they'll be more like a Gordon Biersch or something more of a chain, BJ's.
Yeah. Make it out.
What's the other one? Taps. We don't really have those out here, but Rock Bottom. Those are all breweries that actually have different locations. The brew pubs.
Right.
I like Gordon beers, so hopefully maybe we can get something out here.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great. And I'm sure that this is just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say at sincitybeer.com you can read more about, obviously, what Richard Johnson's doing and what they have to offer. One of the things I did pick up on, though, you mentioned, is that they are focusing on, obviously following the strict German beer purity laws. And so they're really sticking to that. And so that's why you got a lot of these German style beers.
The
That's-
lagers, yeah.
That's kind of his I guess his direction.
Germany's is more known for its lagers, and of course, Belgium and Benelux and all that area has its own kind of style, and then ales are more of the English thing. Ales and pilsners. Although Germany's have some great pilsners as well. So.
Yeah, but it says right here, combining modern microbrew methods with strict regard to the Reinheitsgebot, which is the German purity law, I guess is loosely translated. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
the Bavarian, there's a German and Bavarian purity law, which I do have a video that does talk about that. I believe what is a Hefeweizen kind of talks about that and why they only use so much wheat compared to grain and all that stuff. But you could look at that video later. We won't go into that because we're already over time. So,
No worries.
thanks for stopping by. Cheers and enjoy your beer.